Hello, it's Thursday. We're going to try to do a bunch of different stuff today. We're going to work on some fortification in chair pose and lots of strengthening for the SI joints and the legs, and then do some fun balance stuff. So welcome. And today, let's cue up our playlist. Let's do Made of Gold. Made of Gold. That'll be good. All right. So we'll take a moment just to feel our seat and feel ourselves root down. You might take a moment to move side to side or forward and back and just feel into what feels in alignment for you today. And like for me, I pretty much always draw my right heel in first, so I might change that up and just see how it feels to draw the left heel in. And then notice our natural and effortless breath. And so one of the things that tends to happen when we do a lot of balancing in our flow is we tend to notice what isn't steady, right? Today, I would love for you to notice what feels steady in your body, what feels fortified, what feels strong. And maybe these are some of the things we take for granted. And so instead of focusing on what doesn't feel steady, or if you feel a little wobbly in Warrior 3 or doing some new movements, if it feels a little different, instead of letting our attention move there, could we let our attention move to where we feel steady and grounded and strong? And just notice what that does. And then we'll open today with a chant, the Gayatri mantra, 3 times. Om Bhurbuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurbuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurbuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. All right, my dears, if you are going to play Made of Gold, we'll push play in 3, 2, 1. Push play and stand at the top of your mats. As you stand at the top of the mat, feel your feet connect to the earth. So much like we were just doing in a seated position, rock a little forward, rock a little bit back, rock a little bit side to side. And then bounce. So feeling your feet on the earth, bend your knees and start to let the energy move down, 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 down. Feeling the feet, feeling the feet, feeling the balls of the feet, the heels of the feet moves the energy down, 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 down. Maybe not even lifting your toes, letting your toes really connect to the earth, connect to the earth. Yeah. And then start to lift the energy up. So you're straightening the legs, straightening the legs. Yep. And now maybe the toes lift and maybe your arms lift up overhead and the energy rises and rises and rises. And it's that same bouncing, right? It's that same sensation, but the energy is moving up. And then palms come to your heart. Maybe your eyes are closed. Come to some stillness and steadiness and feel the energy you've moved. And feel your connection to your feet, your connection to earth, and also your connection to sky. And just take a moment of pause here. And then we'll inhale and reach our arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right toes to the back of the mat, dip your hips, lift your heart, breathe in. Straighten the left leg, breathe out. Stay for an inhale. Bend the knee. Make your way to the long edge of the mat and flow side to side, side to side. So we're going to be doing this. It's not a full mandala today. It's like moving to the back of the mat and then moving back that same direction. So next time you're to the right, spin everything that direction, frame the right foot, dip the hips, lift the heart, bend the right knee, and then straighten the right leg and bow toward the shin. Stay for an inhale. Bend that knee again. And then coming back the same way you came, Skandasana, side to side, side to side. And then framing that left foot, step forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow again. Rise all the way up. And palms right at the heart. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your left toes to the back of the mat. Dip the hips, lift the heart, breathe in. Straighten the left leg, breathe out. Stay for an inhale. Bend that right knee. And then Skandasana, flowing side to side, side to side. And then the next time you're facing the back of the mat, frame that foot. Bend the left knee, lift the heart, breathe in, straighten the left leg. Stay for an inhale. Bend the knee. And then back the way you came, Skandasana, side to side, side to side. Feeling into the hips and the feet, and then framing that front foot, spinning all the way to face forward. Step forward and fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Rise all the way up on the inhale. Palms right at the heart. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back this time to plank pose. Now, plank could be with your knees down or your knees up. Either way, allow yourself to feel your belly holding, drawing in and up and supporting that low back, and also a little bit of broadness between your shoulder blades. And then coming onto your right side, Vashisthasana, side plank. And so your right knee could be down, or both legs could be stacked, or you could stagger your legs. Come back to center plank and onto the left side, where again, you could stack your legs, you could stagger your legs, or put the left knee down. Come back to center on the inhale, shift your weight forward and lower to the earth, all the way down. Sphinx pose, elbows are underneath your shoulders, coming up, really pushing into the wrists in particular. So oftentimes the weight goes back on our elbows. We'll try to ground the wrist down, especially kind of the inner wrists here in Sphinx. And then draw the belly in lightly and draw the heart forward. So you should feel your shoulder blades coming back and down, back and down, back of the neck nice and long. You might kind of look down your nose. Take a deep breath in. And then from here, tuck your toes under and see if you can lift your knees, lift your body up to forearm plank. And then if that's too much, put the knees down, straight down from there, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And kind of notice the difference between forearm plank and regular plank. I think forearm plank is more intense. That might not be true for you. And then coming onto your left side for forearm side plank, you might be able to stack your feet, but you might also stagger them, which especially with the forearm down can be helpful. And then coming back to forearm plank. And pausing there for a breath or two. And then onto the right side for forearm plank on the right. And again, maybe the feet are staggered. Top foot might be in front of the bottom. And then back to forearm plank. And then here, walking your hips high and feet forward for dolphin pose. So we'll take about 5 breaths there. Your hands can come together or stay apart, whatever feels useful. Most important that the elbows are underneath the shoulders and they don't slip out wide. Yeah? So hand position less important than the position of the elbows underneath the shoulders. And then if it's available, you can push straight up to down dog. If not, you could go back through child's pose first. Yeah. And then we're going to warm up a little bit more traditionally with Surya Namaskara A and Surya Namaskara B. When you're ready, walk or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Mountain pose Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, step back, plank, shift your weight forward. Knees could come down, lower halfway down. Then from there, cobra or upward facing dog. Big breath in. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale here. Walk or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to plank. Shift forward, lower halfway down. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Stay for a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise all the way up, inhale. Mountain pose. One more this way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog on the inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Rise all the way up. Mountain pose. All right, chair pose. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift on the inhale. Chaturanga on the exhale. So you might step back, knees down. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, right foot steps forward between your hands. Back heel goes down, rise up, warrior one, and then bring your left hand forward and your right arm up. And really reach through your left arm so you feel that the ribs and the side body are moving forward. That encourages the hip to move forward without strain. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, frame that foot. Traditionally, chaturanga up dog, but you could always just step back to downward facing dog. At any time, you can add or subtract, depending on how it feels for you. Left foot steps forward, warrior one. So that right arm is going to reach forward as the left arm reaches up. We'll feel the right ribs draw forward, which encourages the right hip a little. Both arms come up on the inhale. Exhale, frame that left foot, perhaps chaturanga to up dog, and everybody meet in down dog for about 5 breaths. Notice your breath. Notice if you're getting warm or if your breath is, getting a little bit shorter, your heart rate's getting a little bit up. Just notice. How can we support your strength, your steadiness, your balance? Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Stand up mountain. So I'm going to cue it a little faster, but if that doesn't work for you, go at your own pace. Chair pose, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot forward, warrior one, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, left foot forward. Warrior one, rise up, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Down dog for a few breaths. And just notice if moving faster, what does that do for your nervous system? What does that do for your physical body, your mental body? Walk or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Chair pose, inhale. Stand up mountain. So one more. Chair pose, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Down dog, right foot steps forward. Warrior one, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Down dog, left foot forward. Warrior one, inhale as you rise. Chaturanga, exhale. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. And then to finish it out, walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift, fold forward, chair pose. And stand up, palms at your heart. So we're going to work a little bit differently with chair now. Chair pose. Stay in your chair pose and lift your right foot 1 inch. 1 inch. Place that foot down, lift your left foot 1 inch. Yeah. Put that foot down, right foot 1 inch. Put that foot down, left foot 1 inch. Put that foot down, right foot 1 inch. Put that foot down, left foot 1 inch. Put that foot down, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down dog your way. So maybe chaturanga, maybe you do side plank, maybe you step back to down dog, whatever feels useful for you. Step your right foot forward. Warrior one. Inhale here. Exhale, cactus your arms. Lean back. Nice. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Now, friends, inhale, reach the arms up and step back to chair. Yeah. Forward to chair, step back into the position. Sorry. Lift your left foot 2 inches. Place the foot down, right foot 2 inches. Foot down, left foot 2 inches. Great. Right foot 2 inches. One more time, left foot. Great. Right foot, is that hard? Yeah. And then fold forward over your legs. Ankle mobility. Oh, yeah. Halfway lift on the inhale. Down dog your way. Left foot steps forward for warrior one. Both arms are up. Inhale. Cactus the arms, shine the heart, lean back a little. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Now reach the arms up. Step that back foot up, chair pose. Lift your right foot 3 inches. Place it down. Left foot 3 inches. Place it down. Right foot 3 inches. Place it down. Left foot 3 inches. Place it down. One more time each side. Right foot down. Left foot down. Stay in chair. Lift your heels. Bring your hands back by your sides. Straighten arms, straighten legs. Let your arms reach up overhead. Place your feet to the earth and palms to your heart. Mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Chair pose. Lift your left foot and your knee comes toward your chest. So as high as it feels okay. Great. Place it down. Right foot, knee toward the chest. Yep. Place it down. Left foot. Yep. So good. Place it down. Right foot. Awesome. Place it down. Last time each side. Left foot. Place it down. Right foot. Place it down. Lift your heels. Hands by your hips. Rise all the way up. Straighten arms, straighten legs. Arms reach up overhead. So good. Mountain pose. Woo-wee, right? Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Reach your arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, pointer fingers up. Lift your right knee up in toward your chest. Fly that right leg back through warrior 3. Land that right foot back, crescent lunge, high on the tiptoes of the back foot. Keep your hands how they are. Pivot your way to the side and all the way around, crescent lunge facing the back of your mat. Awesome. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior 3. Lift that left leg. Bring the left knee all the way up into your chest on the inhale. And set your feet down on the exhale. Keep your arms up overhead. Lift your left knee up. Inhale. Fly the left leg back, warrior 3. Land that left foot, crescent lunge. Pivot, you face the side and then all the way around, crescent lunge facing forward, gorgeous. Inhale here, warrior 3. Lift that right leg. Right knee goes up into the chest. Foot to the floor. Inhale here. Fold forward over your legs. Halfway lift on the inhale. Down dog your way on the exhale. Your right leg goes high. Your right knee draws in towards your belly, chest, or nose. Step the foot forward, crescent lunge. Reach the arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers. Pointer fingers up. Pivot to the side and all the way to the back. Crescent lunge facing the back. And then warrior 3, lifting that right leg up. And then draw that right knee all the way up into the chest. Keep your hands, open that right knee out, tree pose. Keeping your hands how they are, or freeing them, or placing your right hand on your right thigh and leaning to the right, whatever feels useful. Come all the way back to center. Both feet to the earth, both palms to your heart. Deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Down dog your way. Left leg goes high. Inhale, draw the knee in towards your nose. Step the foot forward. Crescent lunge, rise up and interlace the fingers. And then pivot to face the side and all the way to crescent lunge on the right, facing forward. Beautiful. Inhale here. Fly forward, warrior three. Draw that left knee up into your chest. Inhale. Let the left knee open, tree pose. And so here you can keep your hands how they are, or open them, or left hand to left thigh, leaning to the left. Wonderful. Both feet to the earth, mountain pose. Inhale, chair. Lift your right knee up, stay in your chair. Take that right ankle to the left knee. Pause, breathe, feel that hip opener, so good. Lift the right knee back up, straighten the left leg, fly that right leg back through warrior three. Inhale here, crescent lunge. And then pivoting to the side, all the way to crescent lunge, facing the back of the mat. Warrior three. Lift that left knee up into your chest and bend that right knee in chair. So good. And then left ankle, right knee, figure four. Deep breath in and long breath out. Rise back up, both feet to the earth, both palms to the heart, mountain pose. Excellent. Chair pose, inhale. Left knee lifts up in toward the chest. This time, cross your legs, eagle legs. Yeah. Bring your arms out to either side. Left arm underneath, eagle arms. So good. Inhale here. Elbows make their way towards your knees. Fly the left leg, warrior three with eagle arms. Warrior three with eagle arms. Crescent lunge with eagle arms. And then open everything, warrior two. Arms open, legs open. Nice. Straighten that right leg, triangle pose. Few breaths here. And then, my dears, you can stay in triangle pose or the sister pose, half moon, half moon. You could always touch a block or the floor or water bottle. And then gently land back, star. Inhale here. Goddess pose, bend your knees. Nice. About 10 breaths here. You might sway side to side. You could lift one or both of your heels or keep your heels down and lift your toes. See what feels useful today. Star pose on the inhale. Warrior two on the exhale, facing the front of your mat. Straighten that left leg. Triangle pose. Maybe you stay or half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, Ardha Chandrasana. So we're gonna land back crescent lunge, crescent lunge, so good. Yep. And then step chair, step forward chair, you got it? Yep. Right leg lifts up, 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 and crosses over. Eagle. Arms come out to the either side, right arm goes under. Slowly, elbows toward knees. Right leg flies back. Right leg lands back crescent with eagle arms. Take a moment here. And then free everything up for warrior two. So arms go open, back heel goes down. Nice. Inhale to exalted warrior this time. And side angle, side angle. So your left elbow might rest on your left thigh. You might take a half bind with the top arm reaching behind your back. That might be a good place to stay. You take the other arm underneath the leg for a full bind. So that would mean threading your left arm under, grabbing hold of the hands, and then trying to stack the shoulders open and still be at that diagonal. So trying to get the hands by the thigh as much as possible. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Where do you feel that? Uh-huh. You might step that right foot forward, root through the right, good bend to the right knee as you rise up with the left leg for bird of paradise. So if you have a half bind, you'd just be holding onto your left leg. Yeah. As you stand upright and you feel that kind of stability through the right leg and the chest nice and open, you might straighten that left leg. Yeah. Really good. And then bending the left knee slowly, putting the left foot down, undoing your hands, stepping the right foot back. Inhale, star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale back to star. Warrior two toward the back of the mat. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, side angle. That right elbow might go to the knee. Top arm might come in a half bind reaching behind your back. The right arm might thread under the right thigh and taking the full bind. Yep. And then stacking the shoulders the best you can. Yeah, nice. And then perhaps stepping that left foot forward, rooting down through the left, bending that left knee so you can rise up with the right leg for bird of paradise. Remember, that can be done with a half bind. Feeling stability through the standing leg, the left leg, opening the chest, and then maybe straightening that right leg. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then placing that right foot back down, release your hands, step your left foot back, warrior two, and then star pose. And then this time, turn your feet to face forward, a wide-legged forward fold where you might stay and your hands might touch the ground, your forearms might touch the ground, your head might touch the ground. Your head might feel like a good place to stand. And so if that's true for you and headstand feels safe, you can bring your feet to the sky. We're staying for a few breaths. Wherever you are is just right. And then we're slowly coming back down. Halfway lift. And then from here, bend your right knee and turn the right toes out to the right and straighten your left leg and try to see if you can flex that heel and bring the toes up. Yeah. So we're kind of going down toward that right thigh, and maybe the right heel comes up off the floor, and that's fine. I'm going to stay about 5 breaths. You could take your left hand behind your back. You could even bind that right leg. The right arm comes around. Yeah. And then slowly making your way over to the other side, slowly making your way over to the other side. And using whatever support feels useful to you. Yeah, so Kanti, that's a good idea. Supporting the heel with a block. Right hand comes behind the back. Left hand might go in front of the shin, and there might be a bind. And stay for a few breaths. That's okay. And then we'll come out of it slowly, coming back through center. Yeah. And a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold again. This time, just staying there in that position. And could it feel somewhat easeful? And then halfway lift and kind of crawl your way back forward, downward facing dog. Your way. So tons of balancing today, balancing on our feet, balancing all sorts of balancing on our hands. Did you know side plank is a hand or an arm balance? So with that said, remember you can put your knees down. Shift forward plank. Come onto your right side. Maybe your right knee is down. I will invite you to lift your left leg up. Reach your hand behind you. Bend that knee and see if you can reach the hand to the foot behind you. Yep. So almost like sugar cane, but it's side plank. It's strong, challenging. Yeah. Good. What if the knees could be a little bit more, that knee could be down more? But yeah. And stack the hips a little bit more. Oh, there it is. Does that feel okay? And then release. And come back to plank. And onto the left side. Remember, left knee can be down, y'all, and lift that right leg up. Bring it behind you. Bend the knee. Try to reach behind you for the foot, like sugar cane position. And then see what feels good. Like you might open up like Kanti a little bit at first, and then you might try to have the hips a little bit more level. That's probably going to do more for the shoulder, asking more of the shoulder when the hips are level. Is that true? Okay. It's a different weight. Yeah. And then back to plank. And lower all the way to your belly. Bend your knees. Reach back for both feet for bow pose. Kicking the feet into the hands. If you can easily grab your feet, you might consider grabbing your ankles and flexing your feet. Just see what works. And here, again, the knees like to come out, and we're not trying to force them together, but maybe if there is some space to bring them a little bit in alignment with the hips, we can do that. We'll stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, One, release. Come down, windshield wiper your legs. Sphinx pose. You might bring your right ear to your right shoulder, chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees, forearm plank. Walk your feet forward and your hips high, forearm dog. Right leg goes high. Place the right foot down. Left leg goes high. Place the left foot down. Maybe both legs go high, Pincha Mayurasana. Or maybe you stay in dolphin, forearm dog. See what works. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then rest, child's pose. What I love is that you don't go over. Like for me, if I try to kick up, I'll go right over. And so it's better to kick like that, where it's still that fortification and steadiness and strength, and not get all the way up, then go up and over and lose the shoulder girdle. No, it feels dangerous. All right, my dears, let's sit back on your heels. Sit back on your heels. So you can tuck your toes under or not. And just stay a few breaths there, sitting back on your heels. And we're going to move into a few more back bends today. So the first one being baby camel, reaching your fingertips behind you. And then lifting the hips off the heels, however much they want to go, and grounding the knees down. Yep, nice. Really good. And then putting the butt back down and standing up onto the knees. You could put a block between your thighs and squeeze that block. I find that that can be useful. For camel pose, Ustrasana. So yeah, thumbs at your low back, elbows squeeze in center toward one another, and just stay there for a few minutes and kind of, can you push your hips down? Yeah. And so you feel like you could grow the sides of your waist up and then squeeze your shoulder blades together. So it's this like lifting up out of the low back, but then the heart begins to open from the elbows squeezing toward one another, and the heart lifting up. That looks really good. And then maybe you stay right there, or maybe you reach for your heels, one or both, and keep sending the hips forward, but it's still that squeezing of the shoulder blades. Looks really long in the low back. And then if it's possible, you can let your head go back and let the throat chakra open. But if that's too dizzy making, you can bring your chin toward your chest. 2 more breaths here, Camel Ustrasana. And then remove the block and sit back on your heels or between your heels. And stay for a few breaths and just notice the breath. And then Supta Virasana. So we're going to start the journey. Would you like a bolster? Yeah. Of laying down ish. Yeah. So again, it's a lot of ankle mobility, at least for me. And the knees try to be toward each other. That's one of the biggest things with this one, is the knees like to slip out. We'll try to bring them toward one another and ground them to the earth. And then maybe you come onto your forearms, or maybe you're able to lay back on a pillow, just see what works. But it's a lot of quad stretching. But for some of us, like myself, my ankles don't want to move this way. So I can't even feel my quad stretch. My ankles limit it first. And so if that's true for you, you can still stay upright and just think about bringing the knees toward each other. About 5 more breaths in this reclined position and whatever that looks like for you. And then slowly sit back up. That might be the hardest part, is kind of getting back up. I'm going to invite you to keep your right leg how it is and try to straighten your left leg out in front of you. Yeah. And fold forward over the left leg. We're going to sit back up and switch the leg. So right leg comes out in front, left knee bends, and the foot comes by the butt. Holding forward over the right leg. And coming back up and straightening both legs out in front. Nice. And then arms reach up overhead. Fold forward over your legs. And coming back up and slowly laying down onto your back. And as you lie down onto your back, bend your knees, draw your feet in toward your butt. Bridge pose. So maybe you grab your heels. Maybe you interlace the fingers behind your back. Maybe you support your low back with your hands. See what feels useful. Maybe you lift your right leg up to the sky. Maybe you place that foot down and lift your left leg up to the sky. Place that foot down, lift both hips. Maybe you stay in bridge or Urdhva Dhanurasana, placing your hands by your ears and coming to upward facing bow, your choice. Wherever you are today, perfect. Breathe. Wherever you are, slowly come down and windshield wiper your legs side to side, side to side. And then allow both of your knees to fall to the right. Maybe your right foot comes to your outer left knee. And then switching sides. As you come back to center, right ankle, left knee, thread the needle. Left ankle, right knee, thread the needle. Happy baby pose. You might grab hold of your feet or your ankles or your big toes. Bend your knees generously. And keep hold of the right leg and straighten the left on the earth if possible. Half happy baby. Left arm might reach up overhead. And then switching sides. Releasing this side, placing both feet to the earth and just a little jostle, a jostle. And then my invitation is to end the practice how you want to end the practice. If that means a block under the sacrum, feet up to the sky, legs up the wall, shoulder stand. Whatever closing pose makes you feel settled for Shavasana. And settling into real true rest. Just noticing your breath. So balancing and backbends has been what this class has really been. Both of which take this groundedness that we don't always have, right? The world is so crazy right now. Collectively, it's hard to find that root. So having some levity in the experience of the days when you don't feel grounded, you feel out of balance, so that you can appreciate the times where, oh, I feel pretty solid today. Everything's all right. Knowing that it's always going to change, right? You're not always going to feel solid and rooted, grounded. You're not always going to feel balanced. But you're not always going to feel out of sorts either. You can start to just be curious about the process. Create just a little bit more peace by giving ourselves a break. Feeling gratitude for the strength and the steadiness and the expansiveness we do have. I'm ready, coming back to a seat. As we do arrive in our seat, we'll bring our palms to our heart in whatever shape feels useful right now. In the spirit of peace, we say Shanti, Shalom, Salam, Amani, Maluhia, Irini, Shiakan, Jam, Pache, Pas. In the spirit of our collective healing and truth, ultimately liberation, we say Ashe, Amen, Amen. Blessed be. Kapu Aloha. In Lak'ech, Satnam, Namaste, Matakwiasan, Black Lives Matter. Thank you.